Hi there, you're at the Uniswap Wyckoff session, so we'll look at both the daily and weekly timelines and see what's happening right now. And we'll start with the weekly because it controls what could happen in the daily. So currently across the board today we are seeing a piece of resi. Last time we talked about is Uniswap heading towards a new buying climax since December last year, and it seems to be showing some signs of it heading towards that point, especially this long candlestick last week. We see it's like double or even triple what we had during June, even to the first week of July. So here you may ask the question, why we're seeing this red candle this week? It's still early in the week. We're only not even halfway through the week. There's still 4 days, more than 4 days for this candle to develop. So hopefully by then it's not as going as deep as this one. But one thing to look at is if it's really going to the buying climax, it has to go through a stage in like upfront. That's the preliminary supply. So that's why in the title I put in, is it going through the PSY adjustment? So because during the PSY period, we would expect certain fluctuations, and like a bit of green candle combined with red candles, it's totally normal for a PSY period. So I was trying to show you another example, but it doesn't seem to have much over here. So during the middle of PSY, the price can fluctuate quite a bit because some people may still be skeptical about it and they take profit at a certain point, and then some other people come in, or if you want to say FOMO in, that's when they push the price to a buying climax. So what we're seeing now is still within the range of expected activity. If we go to the daily, last time we talked about, okay, after the buying climax, we would be expecting an automatic reaction, and it looks like it's happening right now. So last week we put in this question mark with an 8-hourly automatic reaction after the buying climax. So this was the buying climax just 2 days ago on Monday. And now the automatic reaction, well, we won't exactly know how deep it could go. Currently, it has gone below the yellow support line. This is the support line of the upward trend. Then the next support would still be somewhere between this white line and the second or the center line of this yellow box. That's around $8.65. It can be higher or a bit lower, that's totally fine. One line I want to draw and show you is this upward trend line over here. I'll use a light blue or brighter blue here. So this started roughly in like beginning of the month, basically 2nd of July. As of this moment, the red candle we're seeing today is still above this support. So one thing that's tricky right now is if you're like also into looking at candlestick patterns, it looks like it's an upward wedge over here, right? An upward wedge is a bearish sign, and the good thing that happened back in like Friday last week over here, let me drag the chart a little bit to the right. So what I have circled over here was that the price broke out from the wedge, and supposedly it's a good sign. However, if it really comes back to the wedge today and closes within, is getting to the tip of the wedge, I just wanted to stay above the light blue line so that it's like still giving us a little bit of confidence that the uptrend seems to be continuing. So let's keep this line over here and see whether it can stay above it. If it doesn't, if it really happened in a way that, like I said, the automatic reaction goes a little bit deeper to the center line of the box, no worries. Hopefully it's still a full form distribution where after the automatic reaction we will see a second test, even though it may not always happen. But given this time we have climbed this high, there seems to be sufficient demand as well, looking at the green bar. Not that we did not have those, just that last time this second test was way lower. So hopefully we have a second test somewhere higher this time. I mean higher in terms of closer to the buying climax. As of this moment, if this price trend continues and stays within the yellow box, the second test may end up at the resistance, the upward boundary of the box, that's around $10, mid $10. So it's showing $10.38. You can consider $10.40 or 50 cents. This box is defined basically by these points, and that's the picture I can see by looking at Uniswap charts. And well, like the comment I received last week after the video, I hope it doesn't go all the way as low as like 85 cents, but sometimes it just happened. But hopefully what I've shown you, all the support lines and resistance lines will still hold, and then we'll see a second test later on, maybe in early August or just later next week. So see you in the next